Hello friends, today we will talk about mistakes with intermittent fasting that ruins your results. Let's talk about the mistakes within a minute fasting that can really affect your results. Number 1, and you're going too fast. Fasting and your body has not adapted. Yet some people like to jump right in. And sometimes you can just go too fast. So let's say for example you just start out and you've been doing the standard American diet for years and now you're gonna start fasting, so you're doing this on top of a blood glucose issue and you haven't given it the normal 3 days to adapt. You jump from 0 to 90 miles an hour, so you're right at 1 meal the day. Typically what's gonna happen is you're gonna be very highly irritated, you're gonna be extremely hungry, and you're probably gonna cheat, and then you're gonna say, you know, this isn't right for me, and give up, when in fact if you did it correctly at the right level, you'll work with the body and it would work for you. Alright, next one is you're eating too many carbs without even realizing that you're eating too many carbs. So sometimes this is called sorta keto, because when I talk to people, they'll tell me that I'm doing the ketogenic diet, and sometimes they'll tell me it's not working, and then I'll ask them what they're eating, and then they didn't really realize that fruits are carbohydrates, or rice is a carbohydrate, or a sweet potatoes are carbohydrates. They don't realize the impact that just a little bit of carbs can have on your ability to stay in ketosis. A little bit of carb can knock you out for 2, sometimes even 3 days, and I'm talking about knocking you out of ketosis. It takes a short time to urge into ketosis, and all it takes is a little carb to knock you out. If you're doing this a couple of times the week, it could be the reason why you're not seeing any results. Alright, the 5, and to plan. Okay, and this plan you're pretty much eating whatever you want for 5 days, okay, and then in 2 days, usually the weekend, you're bringing your calories down to 500 calories per day. Now the problem is twofold. One is all week long you're pretty much eating what you want, and then in the weekend you're gonna eat the smaller meal. This is not enough time to fully adapt to the state of ketosis. You're going to be struggling with this. It's going to be very painful. It's not gonna be comfortable. You're not gonna want to do it, and of course, you're gonna probably cheat and say this is not right for me and give up. So if you're gonna fast, I would recommend actually fasting, not try to do this with 500 calories and think you're really gonna adapt. It's just not gonna work. Alright. Number 4, you're doing fasting, but when you're eating you're not having enough calories to provide enough nutrients. Now here's the thing, when you're actually lowering your calories, you're gonna have to at the same time increase the nutrient density of that food or enhance it with other supplements to make sure you're getting your nutrients, because of the purpose of food is twofold. One is fuel, the other is nutrients. So when you're fasting you're tapping into your fat fuel, but at the point you need nutrients. So if you're not consuming enough calories, usually you're not gonna have the nutrients. Not first, nothing's gonna happen, but down the road, let's say some weeks or even months, all of a sudden your hair is falling out, you're noticing other problems with your teeth are loose, bleeding gums, all sorts of things. So I really wouldn't necessarily worry about calories, but really focus on getting your foods nutrient dense. Alright. Number 5, consuming low quality ingredients. So let's say you're fasting, and then when you eat you're consuming this powdered soy protein isolate mixture, okay, that is very, very low quality, and it's in a lot of different products. What's gonna happen with those low quality ingredients? So you're not gonna look healthy. Now I'm not saying that you're gonna completely look like a crackhead, but you may sort of look like a crackhead. Alright, next one is number 6, you're not consuming enough potassium and B vitamins and even trace minerals to make sure your body has all the requirements. Now think about this. We're doing fascinating to improve our Healths are all sorts of genes are kicking in, anti-aging genes that help reduce inflammation, that helps her grow your brain tissue, and if you don't have the reserve of nutrients and you're fasting, and then when you eat you're consuming regular foods, you may end up being deficient and run into issues other than looking like a crackhead, heart palpitations, hair falling out. You're gonna be totally fun. Alright, number 7, if you're vegan and you're doing keto, make sure you take B12, DHA, zinc and probably iron as well, simply because you're not going to get these unless you consume animal products. Alright, number 8, you're doing it in fasting, and then when you eat you're doing keto, but you're doing it low fat. Some people still have this fat phobia, and they're gonna keep their fats really low. So if you keep your carbs low and keep your fats low, something has to go up, and that's going to be protein. So too much protein can create problems as well. So when you cut fats, you're also going to cut fat-soluble vitamins, you're gonna cut omega-3 fatty acids, all sorts of very essential things with your fat. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and check out this next video on other keto mistakes that a lot of people make, but they're not realizing that they're making them.